2.5 minutes
Yeah.
offensively? Were you getting the shots you wanted? It was just a matter of not executing there.
I thought we, besides the one turnover that we had when Swanigan lost it, Swanigan makes a really good play and has a shot right at the rim, and then we go over the top. Swanigan makes a good pass, and Haas has a layup, and then P.J. Thompson has a wide open three in the corner. So we got good looks. We didn't execute, and we put ourselves in a tough position. When you put yourself in a tough position and something goes against you, that's part of, you got to do a better job in that time leading up to 2.5 minutes, and you got to make layups. You're getting layups. You got to be able to make those two plays, and then obviously we missed 2 free throws in a row. But with that being said, they allowed us to have a better lead than we should have had in the first half because they missed all their free throws in the first half. So we were very fortunate to kind of be in that position. They ended up being 9 for 18 for the game. So you can take that in consideration also.
They shot 67% in the second half.
Yeah.
What was the challenge there in stopping them? It wasn't just Jock.
Right.
A
Well,
bunch of
Bohannon,
freshmen.
I thought that surge right there where Bohannon hit those 2 threes were huge. And obviously Jock got away from us a couple of times, but Jock also made some tough shots. Where
Right.
maybe they're not tough for him, but they're tough for everybody else. So he got going. They made some plays. Then I thought their bigs, Kreiner, he made a couple really big baskets in the second half and really gave them a spark off the bench. And then Tyler Cook was pretty effective the whole night.
You made a comment the other day about you find out how viable your team can be in a Big Ten race in games like
Right.
this.
Right.
What did you learn today?
Well, obviously you can't put yourself in a tough spot on the road. You got to separate yourself and not come down to those situations. When you come down to those situations, then you don't get a good free throw block out. You miss some free throws. You miss 2 layups. You're going to lose that game. You're not up by 8 to 10 points. It's a possession game. So we weren't able to make those plays. I liked our execution outside of the one turnover. I thought we executed. We didn't, but we just didn't finish, and then we didn't get enough stops on the other end.
You were sort of prophetic about Jock. I mean, the first time around, you told Matthias, don't
Right.
get discouraged because he's going to hit those shots. He didn't, but tonight it seemed like he did.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's one of those guys, if you let him hit a couple, now he's going to make tough ones. So you can't let him get his head up. And we let him dribble into a couple. I know they're from 25 feet, but those are comfortable to him. You got to try your best to take up a space and not let him get to that comfort level.
Was Kriener even on your radar for Iowa?
Yeah, we talked about it. He played in the first game. He played the first. And then for us, we always talk about the bigs that don't play much because, normally people foul us and you get into foul trouble. So we always talk about that next guy that, either barely plays or doesn't play at all. And so, but he, the thing that surprised us, and I went to the analytics and looked at him because he has very few attempts, is that he's been able to make 3 or 4 perimeter shots through the year. And so, but it's one of those things when he's on the court, what are you going to do? You're going to try to stop Peter Jock. You're going to try to stop Bohannon. You're going to try to stop Tyler Cook from dunking on you. Now he got free a couple times. I'll live with the jump shots, but the layup at the rim, one time, we got to be able to move our feet and, take away his angle. But give him credit. That's hard to do when you don't play very much. You know what I mean? You guys go sit for 2 months and go hit a jumper. It's hard to do. So give him credit.
There was the stretch of the second half where I think you guys took 6 or 7 straight threes.
Yeah.
I think made 1.
Right.
Any particular reason you couldn't get the ball inside on any of them?
Well, they were zoning us, and so they were making it difficult to get it inside. And then when we were getting in there, they were trying to collapse on us. Just trying to make, I think, even though we made them pay in the first half of our game at home, and guys that can shoot, and we're 7 for 12 from 3 in the first half, it's still the right thing to do. You still make those guys beat you and make them play. And we made a couple. We didn't make enough, obviously. But they were just doing a good job of collapsing in there. They went from a kind of a 1-2-2, 3-2 matchup zone to a 1-3-1. And they had the 1-3-1 earlier. And so they were just trying to give different looks to try to keep the ball at, from Isaac getting it and from Big to Giggle.
Seemed like you got the looks you want when Haas gets the ball at the rim
Yes.
in the last couple of minutes and Swanigan gets the look he got.
Right. Yeah.
Right. It's kind of what you talked about, just getting what you want.
Yeah, you got to make it, yeah.
It's going to be a tough ending for Klein. I mean, he hit the threes to follow Bohannon,
Right.
but the 2 free throws and then whatever happened on the out of bound.
Right. Yeah, we didn't get a good, regardless if it hits them or hits us, we didn't get a good box out. You can only control what you can do, and we got to do a better job of boxing out.
There was the ball that went off, looked like Klein. What kind of explanation did you get from the referees after they?
They just said it was inconclusive. So, but you got 2 people there, and we're pinching on Cook. He's the better rebounder. So we left Swanigan by himself over there, and Cook gets in there. He squeezes in there. So whether it hits our hand or hits their hand, we still didn't do our job. And that was the guy we were double teaming. So give him credit for you know, going and making a play and, you know, making them call some.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
All right, thanks.